Good evening, Board of Trustees, Board President Mr. Davis, Dr. Asrani, Mr. Trujillo, colleagues and members of the audience. My name is Hector Gonzalez. I'm the Director of English Learner and Student Supports. It is my pleasure to present to you this evening the Marysville Joint Unified School District's 2023-2026 English Learner Master Plan. Who are our ELs? In 2022, 10,377 students were enrolled in Marysville. Of that, 1,770 EL students are classified as ELs. ELs make up about 18% of our student population. In 2022, about 10% of our ELs were reclassified. 1,866 students at Marysville speak a language other than English as reported on Home Language Survey. In fact, 29 different languages are spoken. Of our ELs, 80% speak Spanish, 13% speak Hmong, and 1.3% speak Punjabi. Our EL Master Plan has 6 chapters, which I will identify individually as we go through this presentation. Chapter 1 focuses on identification, assessment, and placement to identify the process for initial identification, parent notification, assessment, and program placement of ELs. The initial identification and program placement of English learner begins with a home language survey, an initial English language proficiency assessment for California, LPAC. This allows district personnel to determine the most appropriate placement for ELs. A summative LPAC is given each year to assess the EL's progress towards English language proficiency. Instruction for ELs is firmly grounded in the 2012 California English Language Development Standards, with a focus on providing access to grade level content through rich, rigorous, integrated, and designated instruction to promote English language proficiency. Chapter 2 is regarding teaching and learning. The purpose of this chapter is to describe the program options available to English learners. Parents have rights, and we need to help parents understand what EL program options we offer so that parents can fully participate in the decision making when placing their child in an EL program. The ultimate goal of each program option is for ELs to attain English proficiency and master grade level standards. Specifically, each program option prepares students to participate fully in core curriculum, and eventually we want them to fully participate in A through G courses and to graduate from high school ready for college and career. All students are placed in academic settings designed to meet their linguistic and instructional needs. TK receives 20 minutes per day, and K, full day through 6th grade, receive at least 30 minutes of daily designated ELD instruction. 7th through 12th grades receive 2 hours per day if students are at level 1 of their first year. After that, they receive 1 hour ELD designated time per day. ELD instruction should have high rigor, hands-on learning, meaningful content, and rich in language production. Chapter 3 focuses on standards, assessments, monitoring, and reclassifications. Schools have the obligation to monitor and regularly assess the progress of ELs in both English language proficiency and content knowledge. This includes conducting an annual assessment and measuring their performance in grade level content areas. MJUSD is striving to create a cyclical series of tools specifically to monitor EL's progress over time, to monitor when students are not making appropriate progress, as well as to provide additional support to enable them to reach English proficiency and gain grade level core content instruction, and remedying any academic deficits in a timely manner through a multi-tier support system in order to ensure that EL students do not incur irreparable academic deficits. When do we reclassify students? Reclassification window opens up in August through January. Our elementary and our secondary schools have the same criteria. Students must score a summative LPAC score level of 4. Teachers must attest that the students have demonstrated all the basic skills. Parent notification will be given to parents and invited to a reclassification meeting. District benchmarks must be met as well, or the school has the option to choose standards that have met the basic skills, and our principals must approve that. There's also the possibility if students have an IEP, the IEP team can make the recommendation for reclassification. Chapter 4 of the EL Master Plan focuses on hiring the best qualified teachers and supporting them with effective research-based professional development to prepare and empower our educators to support our English learners' growth and access to content-rich learning. This chapter identifies the key staff members who are responsible for the implementation, progress monitoring, and evaluation of the district's program for our ELs. In this picture, we have our teachers who received a summer PD regarding BGLAD. Chapter 5 of the EL Master Plan focuses on parent and community engagement and the many ways in which MJUSD involves the parents and guardians of our ELs in their educational pathways. This includes both school-side English Learner Advisory Committees, ELAC, and the District English Learner Advisory Committee, DLAC. In order to ensure effective communication with our EL parents and guardians, the district provides translation and interpretation services. The superintendent meets with school-side EL parents through the multicultural meetings to give parents a voice. Many of the EL parents have expressed how important and meaningful this has been to them. They're very grateful. Thank you. Chapter 6 of the EL Master Plan focuses on the funding sources that support English learners and immigrant students. Funds are allocated following the mandate prescribed by the Education Code, state regulations, and district policies. Categorical funds are used to supplement the base educational program and not to supplant general fund monies. The core program is supported by the general fund. Expenditures are audited annually by the district's business office and by external auditors. The end goal is for our students to be reclassified and eventually to graduate. With this, I close my presentation. I thank everyone for your attention. I'll entertain any questions the board may have now. Thank you.